No intro, y'all. I just want to get right into this game. Suns Pistons last night. This was the worst loss of the season. They've only had 3 losses. Clippers, that was their best loss. The Kings game, kind of reminiscent of the Kings game, which they lost. Wherein I just felt like they weren't exactly, like, their heart wasn't in it. And it just seems that this team just does not really get up for these, like, lesser teams. Like, Pistons coming into the game 1-7. They're the Pistons. Fun fact, though, the Pistons have beat the Suns 8 straight times, so you'd think maybe they would get up for this because, they're not going to forget some of these guys like Booker, Aiden, Mikal. But yeah, these guys have been whooping our ass 8 straight times. You'd think maybe we'd give a fuck. Nope. Like, this was a bad game all around. Langston Galloway was the best Sun tonight. Not even just in the first half in the game. He only played 3 minutes in the second half, and he was still the best player tonight for the Suns. 17 points in 8 minutes, 6 for 6 to start. To only get 3 minutes in the second half is just kind of blasphemous. And I know you got your rotations, you guys, you want to play Booker, you want to play Payne. Even I thought Payne wasn't too good tonight. You got to ride the hot hand sometimes. You got to say, fuck the rotations. Just go with the hot hand. Like, Sir Langston Galloway was obviously a revenge game. He had spent time in Detroit. Like, he was pooping his ass off in that first half, and just to only get 3 minutes I thought was kind of ridiculous, and especially when the offense was so stagnant. I didn't do a review for the Raptors game. I didn't feel like there was much to say. They got the dub in a game they should win, and the game plan in that game was to shoot threes, and that's what worked for them. And the 3-ball was hitting in the first half for them. Like, they were up 23 in the first half. I do have some notes. No intro, though, but I do got some notes I want to say. And I want to get into this fourth. When they give up a dunk to Plumlee to go into overtime, Aiden was like weird shading over to Grant. He just does a little whoop to Plumlee for a dunk. You're just like, man, don't even get me started on DeAndre Ayton. I was actually texting my friend, shout out to Adam, throughout the game. We were just talking about Aiden, and he was like shitting on Aiden a lot. And I was just like, I kind of got used to how Aiden's been playing the last year or two. And I'm like, this is just who he is. But he was kind of firing me up in a way. I might even make my own separate video just kind of on DeAndre Ayton and what I think the problem is with him. Because, man, he's just soft. Like, I hate to say it, but he's soft. He never dunks on nobody. He never mean mugs nobody. He just, like, his go-to move is literally a fadeaway. He's a center. He's a 7-foot center. He was the biggest dude on the court last night. And it's just, like, Plumlee just felt like he outplayed him. Like, Aiden's numbers weren't bad, per se, but it's just, like, not what you'd expect a franchise center to be playing like. Chris Paul felt pretty non-existent. Mikal felt pretty non-existent. Like, nobody had a good game. I thought there was a good tweet, if I can pull it up real quick. It'd be awkward. But I think it was like an Arizona sports account. I think it was Zona. Try to pull this up as fast as I can. And it was about Devin Booker. And I thought it was probably the most interesting stat of the season. It is from AZ Sports Zone. Devin Booker has 40 assists to 44 turnovers to start this year. Is also not ideal. That's a tweet. And Devin Booker has not been Devin Booker in this season. He had 16 points going into overtime. I think he finished 8 for 18 with 23 points. In overtime, like, the defense was kind of horrendous from the second half onward. Like, they were getting killed by a zone. That was really annoying. It was just like they would, like, trap the ball handler, and then the Pistons, all they had to do was just swing the ball to a wide open shooter. Like, Sadiq Bey had a good game. Grant was looking like he was worth every penny that the Pistons gave him. He was that man. He was the best player on the court tonight, and in reality, he should probably be like the 4th best player on the court. That's just how the game went. Like, the saying, live by the 3, die by the 3 was definitely the theme of the game. Because the Suns died. They died by the 3 tonight. Or last night, I should say. Blake was pretty solid. I just think, Eddie Johnson had a quote after the game where he's like, you gotta balance it. You can't just be three-pointer. Like, Dario was just spamming threes, it felt like at some points. Like, shoot a mid-range. Go to the basket. Like, these are things. Like, it's just basketball. Like, just spamming threes like it's a 2K game. It's just not you're not going to win that every night. And now you're playing the Pacers tonight. I'm recording this as they play at 5 and it's currently 3:30. I'm not picking them to win this game, to be honest. Coming off a back-to-back where they had to play a game in overtime. Didn't look good. Defense was horrible. Sabonis should tear him to shreds tonight. I mean, hopefully we'll win. I'm gonna try to be watching. And there were bad calls. Ayton had a stupid offensive foul in overtime when he was kind of pushing. I think it was Plumlee or Grant. And then Booker had that dunk, but they put it away. And I was like, all right, that's a fine. I can understand that offensive foul. Booker had a really stupid one that the refs called on him in overtime, where he was just like, I don't even know what he did to even get a foul call. It's like, refs are going to make bad calls. That happens. But, man, they played bad tonight. I mean, they played last night. I meant to record this last night to get more of a raw reaction. But they played bad. It's just one game. Just one game. But these are games you should win. Giving up 20-point leads, and that's common in the NBA these days, but it's just like, come on, man. You want to be taken seriously. You want to be taken seriously as like a top team in the West. You should not be losing to the Pistons. That's the last team you should be losing to. Just get Pistons their second dub. I don't really got much to say besides that, man. Go Suns. Let's get a dub tonight against the Pacers. Let's not. Can Ayton have a bounce back game? Can Booker finally score over 30? I also want to say I am missing these Devin Booker 30-point games from the last couple of years, where we're ass, but he's just putting the team on his back, dropping 30 plus a night. I miss those. Those are fun to watch. And I'm fine with him only averaging 21, which he was going into the Pistons game with. He only dropped 23, so his average not going up much more. And I'm fine with him not scoring 30 a night if we're getting dubs. But, like, in a game like this, man, he just wasn't hitting. The shot was not falling. Nobody's shot was falling that second half. I don't got much more to say besides that, Let's go Suns. Stay sunny, of course. Damn, that was a shitty loss.